Good evening, Speed Gaming. I am Gozengata, and alongside me is Matrick, and we are here for the Crystalis Randomizer Tournament. This is the third match between Dragondarch and PMAkfal. They're both tied at 1 game apiece. This one decides who's going up and advances into the next part of the loser's bracket race, and the other one is going home. Matrick, how you feeling?
Well, I'm looking to see who my opponent's going to be today because whoever wins this race goes on to face me.
What? That's actually very accurate.
Yep. So the gate's been dropped. We should be seeing them getting started here in any minute now, and we'll be off. You know, if this race is anything like the last two, it swung one direction really hard the first race and swung really hard the other direction the other way. So this could be a completely one-sided match, kind of like both of the last two were. Both of these guys have far more than enough skill and talent to be able to handle this with no problem.
And there we go.
Yep, we are off and running.
Okay, no little girl hug. Kfal taking the wide swing.
That's a sword of fire to start us off.
That it is, my friend.
Well, the good news here is those warp boots are not super duper expensive, and they do have a way to be able to farm cash. Oh, really? Okay, so that's a sword and a ball right off the bat. So that's going to give him access to both the Waterfall Cave and Cordell Plains right off the bat. They have a 25% chance at activating Rage here. And there's also the item from the Queen. So there's a lot available right here at the start. And Sword of Fire is not the answer. Not today.
Very
hey, good news, though. Did you see that board? Well, Kfal definitely saw it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Slapped him in the face. And we got robots. Robots.
Love some rabbits.
Can't get enough rabbits. So there are two things that I'm hoping to see in this seed today. I'm hoping to see Kfal stomp on somebody else that's not random dude or Stom this time. I'm hoping he goes for Akahana. You know, maybe he goes for the girl that's on the ground. I don't know, but let's hope he goes for another stomp. And I want to see something in the crypt required. Dragondarch checking to see what the boat owner wants, and Kfal going straight for the Queen. I actually didn't see what it was, but the Queen's holding onto a medical herb.
I believe it was a statue, but he hit that really quick. I actually had to double take it.
I mean, I know where to look, and I still missed it. I mean, he was mashing hard. It was a statue indeed. So Kfal is going to go straight to the Waterfall Cave. Looks like Dragondarch's going to follow right behind him. Going to get a few checks out of the way here.
Good play, always right here. We're going to route it in the area. We're getting the 3 checks out of here. One on the left, right here in the front, and then we're going to get the 2 in the back. Obviously, as we know, going to the right side first, as it is the obvious stronger.
Ah, thank you. I was waiting to hear that. That is correct. Go to the right first, always. Go to the right. And that's a ball of water.
Okay. This excites me because I can keep my fingers crossed. They get the Sword of Water. They have to do manual bridges. We don't need any form of flight. We can just get that way super late. That's what I want to see. I just want to see a late flight seed. I want to watch all the warp boot shenanigans. I want to see a late teleport. I just want them to have fun traveling the world by foot.
You know what I want to see? An uncompletable seed with flight in the crypt. Oh, I mean, sorry about that. Flight at the very back of, Goa Fortress. You know, in the final chest right there across the river.
There you go. Yeah. See, add insult to injury. It's the very last place that you would ever want to go.
You know, if Steve were to have heard me say that, he'd groan. He's like, no, I don't want uncompletable seed.
Yo, shout out to Steve Hacks.
Yeah, we haven't had one of those in a while outside of like experimental stuff where, advancements to the actual, program itself sometimes break things. And what do you know? Both of our runners going to the right first and being rewarded with a teleport spell. Booyah! There it is.
Let it be known, had they gone left first, the right chest would not have contained teleport. It would have been a mimic, which would have pleased me so much more, but it's okay. They made the correct decision. They went right. It's fine. It's fine.
So here's the other thing. Getting teleport means it doesn't make a real difference whether you went right or left. we're going to see a Wild Warp anyway, and they're both going to head straight into Cordell Plain. Now, take note here of the experience values between both of these runners. They have opted to go for completely different early strats here. PMAkfal is killing anything and everything he comes across that's vulnerable to his sword, and Dragondarch's going unless it's in his way. And that's a Mimic, and it's a Fire Weak Mimic on top of it. Look at that. As expected, a quick Wild Warp, and it's off to Cordell Plains. So that is our first Mimic of the day. No, he didn't. But you know what? I can't really blame him. He's got a lot of cash already. Well, I mean, not a ton of cash, but he's got some cash. He's already gained a level. He's probably not really caring about it too much. He's going to snake a medical herb, and off he goes.
I mean, you don't have a lot of MP for teleporting. I wouldn't mind picking up, you know, another set of warp boots at this point, just as a safety. Keep that MP in case of emergencies, you know what I mean?
I mean, maybe. So, looking at the monster set here so far in the first room of Mount Saber South, nothing special, but there are eyeballs there, which those beholders are actually worth a really high amount of experience. And, you know, those may be worth coming back to kill at some point if there's not a lot of good farming elsewhere. Because that's actually a really quick and easy hallway, and everything in it seems to be vulnerable to fire, so why not?
You know what else is vulnerable to fire? A fragrant plant. And that is what our turn-in at Brynmere is.
Yep. However, if you burn the fragrant plant, not only are you going to get some nice scents, but you're definitely not going to be able to make that turn-in. So I would advise against that. So, yeah, actually, Saber North is in Logic at this point. I mean, it's not in Logic, but it is absolutely an available play due to the fact that they have teleport and can do the rabbit skip. So it's not technically logically required, but it is absolutely 100% an available play.
Speaking of Logic and things that are available, how about that Bow of Sun that PMAkfal just picked up?
Yep. That's a nice find. Dragondarch's going to be right behind him picking it up here. PMAkfal opting to go straight into the cave system here instead of going out to Cordell Plains. The danger with this is if he happens to die or get poisoned or something deep in here, he doesn't have as quick of a checkpoint as Dragondarch does, because Dragondarch can just come off the mountain, and PMAkfal would have to come all the way back from Zebu's cave, and he's done a fair amount of grinding in between. And
absolutely.
As goes and mentioned there in the channel, that is our second Mimic.
It's a good day. We're just at 7 minutes. We got 2 Mimics.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, at the pace that they're on, about every 3.5 minutes for a chest, you're talking about an hour run to get them all if they go to the right spot. Not the worst odds.
I believe in them. I think they can find all 12.
PMAkfal still killing a lot of stuff along the way, and there's a flail guy. Hello, friend. I hope it's not vulnerable to... Never mind, it is. Easy. Boo. I want that thing to be immune to fire, so they got to really deal with it. Then it goes to show your mastery of dealing with, you know, monsters and their movements. Dragondarch getting a despawn on his side, and that's a sword.
Yep, that is the Sword of Wind, and we also found out that, hey, we need the Tornado Bracelet to get that turn-in.
So, getting that Sword of Wind there actually doesn't really provide them with a whole lot of extra checks, because there's no way for them to get into any of the wind caves at this point. So it's probably going to be Rage here who's going to provide them with either a windmill key or a flight spell. That's what I would get.
Better not be flight spell. We want that Sword of Water.
Yeah, we can only hope that it is actually a windmill key here, or Sword of Water,
or telepathy, and now put Saber North in Logic.
Well, okay. Time to go back. So now we got a few extra checks here and a potential boss.
I'm okay with this. You okay with this?
I'm not going to complain.
I mean, they did get an early sword.
I mean, here's the thing. That telepathy spell, just because it put Mount Saber North in logic, we could see Kfal here just go right over there without going to Rage and not skip a... It's kind of what we could hope for at this point. Dragondarch nailing the skip as we would expect. No problems. And off he goes. He's going to make a pit stop into Dares, hit the inn here to get his health back, and off into Saber North he's going to go. Ooh, check that out. Kfal opting to take a look at the shop and sees a ceramic suit there. So, later on in the run, if you decide you want the best armor in the game, he knows where he can come and get it. You know, that's something you don't actually see much within the Randomizer tournament, is that most runners of this game don't worry about picking up armor and shields because we know we're going to find some somewhere. But there are actually better options that are available in the stores if you decide you want to go and do that. And that was interesting of him to go and pick that up. Get some information on that.
Well, I'm happy now.
And there's our Sword of Water. So that's going to put the Fog Lamp and Carissa Plant caves into logic, as well as the Queen and the Dolphin. Because now they have access to those areas as well. Kfal getting the news. He's going to warp right back to Bryn Mawr. Then again, maybe not. He's going to walk it? Ah, he's going to just talk to the rabbit so he doesn't have to do the skip. Okay, I'll buy it. Granted, it is a little bit out of the way, but you know what? If you're not great at the skip, it costs just a couple of seconds. There's our windmill key. Wow, man, this seed is giving them options everywhere.
I'm pretty content with this. Things are opening up. It's at like the perfect stream. Nobody has flight. Everything's good.
So, after a quick refresh of the stream there, heard I might have been a little bit behind. You notice Dragondarch heading off towards Kelbask here at the top of the mountain. It's right below where the prison cells are, and Kfal just made his way into the mountain. So, hopefully what we're going to find here is that there's going to be like a shell flute, and, you know, then they're going to be forced out onto the ocean that way. Well, that's a ball of thunder. Getting a lot of early combat upgrades. Now, what that says to me is that there's going to be a pretty required early Goa. That's what I get from a lot of early combat upgrades. The game is going to expect you to go through Goa Fortress, or at least a couple of other bosses relatively. Kfal running into the business end of that Dragonian Soldier's sword right as Dragondarch here finds out the Kelbask is weak to fire. One boss down, and never mind. Take that back. Getting bodied by Kelbask.
Didn't you know? I hear he's a running back.
I think he's a linebacker, not a running back.
No, dude, did you see his legs? He's so fast.
Yeah, dude, he's a linebacker. So, round 2 here against Kelbask, and he is already trying to body him in the corner.
But Matrick, nobody puts the main character in the corner.
Except Kelbask.
Oh!
Did it again. Dragondarch reaching for the medical herb as swiftly as he can.
There it is.
And he takes down Kelbask. Womp womp, and his reward is a magic ring.
I mean, more teleports.
Yep. So it looks like the big things out of Mount Saber North were the windmill key and the sword of. So Dragondarch is immediately going to go over to Amazonas. I like this play because he's going to be able to get whatever's out of the basement and set the warp point for when he gets the change spell later.
You mean the Mimic?
That would be beautiful. I would not be upset.
I would farm it a little bit, actually.
Oh, well, okay, I guess we're going back to Bryn Mawr now.
Yeah. Why not? We got the fragrant plant. Let's see what it turns into.
It's a bow of moon. Oh, baby. Please tell me there's something good in the crypt.
I mean, that's French vanilla.
Not really. In fact, that's not French vanilla at all.
I mean, she normally gives you it, and you need to give her the Crystalis plant. You're still in the same map area region. I'm stretching for it. It's
You're
like a
trying really hard. But you know what I'll say is that for Akahana to have a bow is a rarity, and for the Crystalis plant to be in Aurelius's basement to then be given right away is also rare. So I'll give you that.
Okay.
It'd be awesome. Oh man, Kfal learning the same thing that Dragondarch did, that Kelbesk was originally a linebacker when he went to high school before he joined the army.
Warrior ring on the sea, and you get a medical herb. Well, at least we got something we can just give right to the dolphin.
I hope he gives it right back.
I hope he gives an antidote.
That'd be great. Ooh, I'm poisoned.
Oh, we gave it right back!
Love it. So, Dragondarch's gonna head into the vampire cave now.
He just wasn't feeling good. He just needed to chew on the stem a little bit. He's like, oh yeah, no, this is still good. Here, you can have this.
I still fully believe that it's the dolphin going, oh God, sir, please help, an herb. And then you give him the herb and he goes, yeah, right, here. Psych. So Dragon are going to go ahead and farm this tiger just to get himself that level. So hitting the windmill key there, throwing it into the slot, and then warping out to head back up to the vampire cave is Dragondarch. And Kfal is going to go make his way into the answering machine room with Mezia so he could go and get his medical herbs from Asina and the Dog. And I love it that he just bought like 3 of them too. And the power ring! Oh, baby!
So,
that's the second time that's been there for these two.
Yeah, we don't need that warrior ring on the sea anymore.
Yeah, no, we don't. Good information, but nope, I'll pass. Kfal getting the good news here. And Dragondarch making short work of that vampire. So it looks like Kfal is going to go right to the Fog Lamp Cave.
And Dragondarch found another mimic. Red
Isn't
3.
nice? I like this.
I love the divergence because we know we've seen it in the first race, especially like he went into the caves, he got rewarded. So,
well, that's unfortunate. You better hope you can get poisoned there, DD. Oh, there's a poisoner.
First try, let's go.
First try. Oh, and then a butterfly.
Yo,
Bye.
Psycho Armor though.
Well, that's a good find. Never gonna complain about that, especially early on. When you're poisoned too, that healing's nice.
Sword of Chunker.
Bye! Well, Sniles has finally found the Sword of Thunder. Da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. And that was a hazmat suit on the KFAL side.
Absolutely. So we're getting more divergence opening up. We're getting more things opening up. Dragondarch's got the left side of the world open up. KFAL finds the ball of...
Yep, we're getting everything everywhere. Dragondarch leaving a present behind for Stom as he walked by, giving him the crop dust. And off he goes. He's going to head right up into Hydra here. Meanwhile, that's a key to Stixie. Man, Fog Lamp Cave is loaded again.
There's our fourth Mimic. So you remember exactly what I said, right, about going to the cave and getting rewarded? Yeah,
right?
It's happening right now.
Yeah, this is the second time in this race that the Fog Lamp Cave is just absolutely loaded. If there's something actually in the Fog Lamp spot that's good, KFAL here could potentially get a pretty big lead.
Absolutely. I mean, we do know that DD has the second bow, but without flight, that's not doing much. It is good information for him, but it's not doing much in terms of actually progressive routing, because they're not going to be able to get to the crypt without flight.
This is correct. However, these shadows are providing top-tier defense.
Say, Matt, what's on my ledge?
I'm gonna put a medical herb that says it's a fruit of lime.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's a fruit of reppin.
Nah, you're thinking too low. You gotta go high. You gotta shoot for the stars. Fruit of lime.
Love pendant. KFAL got it though. Oh, and he can't even stomp it.
Oh man, he's gonna hang on to that until he gets an opportunity.
He already pitched it.
Oh, he did? Oh man,
I already pitched it.
Well, I can't say I blame him. I mean,
no, dude, that's how you know. That's how you know he's tryharding this.
Yeah, that is ground material if I've ever seen it. KFAL is gonna make his way into the vampire cave here. Gonna find his power ring and get his Sword of Thunder as well. That's a paralysis spell. That has a lot of good uses.
It's going to be good for helping with movement right now, but otherwise we don't have change, so we can't get to over to Swan to turn that in.
I'll tell you what, if I can get my hands on the paralysis spell early, I will make amazing use of that thing. Not only can you easily get around a lot of enemies.
That was gorgeous.
Not only, yeah, you can get around a lot of enemies really easily, but you can also farm like a dream. And a room like this, you couldn't ask for anything better than getting paralysis right beforehand.
Definitely.
You know, and Dragondarch is making extremely adept use of the spell, as to be expected. KFAL following the Dragondarch path, driving the power ring and heading into the back door. And now Dragondarch's going to head back in and find out what's in those last two chests that he wasn't able to get. So here's the thing. If Dragondarch doesn't go to the Fog Lamp Cave relatively early, and the Tornado Bracelet ends up leading to the flight spell, we could see quite a difference in routing.
Absolutely. I mean, right now it is a large amount of checks there. You've got 4 in the Fog Lamp Cave. You've got 2 over in the Crystalis Plant Cave. Refresh, great pickup. Not progressive, but great to have for healing.
Yeah, definitely. And the final chest contains... Womp womp. I mean, you're going to equip it because you have nothing else, but it's not really helping. So it looks like at this point, Dragondarch's options are going to be limited to... Fog Lamp and Crystalis Plant. Oh, also he has the one chest in, or he's got, actually he can do all of Oasis Cave, and he can also get in the front door of Goa. So no, he's got a lot available to him at this point, actually.
Can't he only get the 3 chests in Oasis Cave?
He can't get the one on the island. That's correct. He can almost full clear it.
Okay.
I mean, unless he found a new clip. Please show us all.
We do love seeing new tricks.
Yeah, this
Awesome
is
to see.
the water in this game is extremely robustly programmed, and you know, it's not the kind of thing that you can break that easily. I spent a long time trying to do it, and it just is not breaking. Yeah, so if someone breaks into Goa and full clears it, that is the high-risk play at this point. No bracelets yet. I mean, you would have access to all 4 of the balls because the Fog Lamp Cave contains the Ball of Wind, but there's still going to be, you know, it's going to be a very high-risk play, but could be high reward. Dragondarch is going to pass on the Opal statue. Interesting.
Shout out to Bert!
Hi, Bert!
Looks like he is fire vulnerable. Bye, Bert.
Interesting that Dragondarch got there fast enough that Bert did not spawn either time.
Mimic!
That's a
number
mimic.
5, and he resets out of it.
Yeah, don't blame him. Why walk all the way back when what you need is closer to the start? Got one more check here.
While he's clearing that out, KFL did just pick up his love pendant. He's making his way back into Hydra here.
So I don't think anybody's checked to see if that love pendant is the Carissa item yet.
No.
See, that would be one of the first things I... Wow, KFL with the double bird. Interesting.
That's with a U and an E.
I think U both times. There's a Psycho Shield. So, yep, still no progression here on the Goa side of things until he gets that key to Stixie. There's not much else to do over there unless he wants to dive into Goa. But it looks like he's going to head to the Carissa Plant Cave. I can't say I blame him. It's not a particularly long pair of checks.
Nope. Plus, since he's entering from this side, if he doesn't find anything, he's going to port out. He's going to go right to town there and just run right over there into Fog Lamp.
Exactly. Yeah, no one's going for the early Goa play here. Kind of surprising.
It is worth noting, KFL did not do Carissa Plant. He only did Fog Lamp. So Dragondarch could find something that may lead to more progression and that may also force him to not actually go check Fog Lamp Cave.
It's possible. Like Flight.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
I mean, we don't want it, but it could definitely do it.
Nah.
That would change my path.
It's not here. It's not here. Don't worry
that's a
about
magic ring. You know what? It could be a shell flute. And he'd go straight to Evil Spirit Island.
Exactly. I mean, that's 9 checks.
That would be awesome.
That's 9 checks. It's going to keep him away from Fog Lamp Cave, absolutely. Which is kind of the downside of this because that's been open since, like, what, 15 minutes? Maybe 17 minutes?
Yep. Now, it looks like KFL is going to Stixie, so we're going to get to see what's on the left side.
Oh, man, this could be huge. We got 3 checks in Stixie that he can get to. Fruit of Power. Okay, so Carissa Plant Cave, bust. He's going to go to Fog Lamp.
Well, that's good because for his sake, there's a lot of stuff in there, including our favorite item.
Yes. Too bad he can't stomp on it. Fun fact, I just realized they're going to have to tank these hits.
Oh, yeah. But KFL's going to put up that Carapace shield he bought there in Bryn Mawr, and he's going to deflect it with his face.
Don't forget he's going to chew on the dolphin herb.
That's right.
Does that mean that if the dolphin gives you a medical herb that it's seaweed?
I don't want to think about that. There's a Lysis plant. So far, we're 1 of 3 is a bust here in Stixie.
We got 2 more, and if they don't find anything, well,
yeah, it's front door Goa.
front door Goa.
Well, actually, it couldn't be. There would have to be a bracelet in Stixie. There would have to be. It's either going to be a shell flute or it's going to be a flight spell. There's a magic ring.
Is battle magic still required in this flag set?
Yes, battle magic is guaranteed. So there's an extremely high chance that this is the flight spell.
Or tornado bracelet.
Or the tornado bracelet or the shell flute. It's going to be one of those 3 because that's going to be what they need for progression. It's barrier. So what did we miss?
Front door Goa.
Oh, hazmat suit. Oak. That's what we're missing. That's a full clear. That's exactly what we're missing. I don't know where... I mean, I guess KFAL is going to go for the... he's going to go for the Oasis Cave spots. Dragondarch throws that Fruit of Lime away. And he's going to make his way to Oak.
Can I just say that while KFAL was jabbing to the music here, he was jabbing to the music using his shield. So he drained off like 8 MP, like getting some nice water barrier flashes there. I respect that.
I love doing that. Because it actually makes a sound and you can, you know, mimic the beat.
Yeah.
With the sound.
Also, do you see where Dragondarch's going?
Yep. I called that a moment ago.
Yep, he's absolutely going to make this play first. So
Dude, that tomato going right for it. Tomato taking off a huge chunk of his health, about a third of it. And now it's time to save a little kid.
just put him in your pocket and away you go.
Yeah, the best thing we can hope for is either a shell flute or a bracelet here in Oak. If it's one or both of them, and we don't see the flight spell, then there's a really good chance here that flight is buried somewhere in Go. But that's a fruit of power. Uh-oh.
And a consumable.
So now what?
Goa.
Well, Goa's not in logic. There's no bracelet yet. Oh, but Stomp's Hut. Stomp's Hut is our final stop. We got Stomp's Hut. Maybe it's a tornado bracelet, and then you have to go back up Saber South. Come on, game. Show us the tornado bracelet.
I told you.
Yes.
This is the best.
Oh, he's gonna go into... Wait, what is he doing? Is he gonna go into Goa? Why would you...
No,
what?
he's going into
Stixie. He's gonna go to Stixie. Yeah, because he doesn't realize that he needs to go up the mountain because he hasn't been there yet. KFAL is the one that's seen it. So, yep, Stixie, here we come.
Well, he went to the tornado bracelet spot, so it's just the difference between the knowledge of Stixie versus not.
Right. And you could get 3 items out of Stixie versus going up Saber South for just 1.
Yep. At that point, it's a gamble. Dragondarch's density checking. To him, he is making the correct play, and we know he's not.
Right. Right.
All in all, this is actually still an extremely close race.
Oh, that's right. Barrier's found in here. I was like, wait a minute. Doesn't he have the barrier spell? But nope, that's KFAL. The only thing that's really separating the two of them right now is the fact that Dragondarch went to Amazonas and got the Carissa plant and turned it into Akahana, whereas KFAL has not. That's the real difference here between the two of them. One's got a bow, and the other's got a barrier. This Dragondarch should be coming up on here shortly.
Yep, PMAkfal just picked up his refresh here because he's finally going back and finishing clearing out the windmill cave here. So picked up his mirror shield. Gonna teleport. And he's going to Brynmere, so I think he is actually going over to Amazonas right now.
No,
Either
probably
that or he's gonna go do that hazmat check.
Yep.
Nope, and he's going down with that sort of water, so it is absolutely the Amazonas check. So he will even up the bow score in about 10 seconds.
And the only thing that Dragondarch will have done that he won't have at that point is... There's Dragondarch's barrier spell, and realizing, oh, gotta go back to Brynmare. But he was at MP, so he had no choice except to head back and get himself a quick and easy heal. Oh, but he's gonna say forget Mount Saber South. He's going for Goa. He's making the play. Now that it's considered in logic, he's making the play. He is absolutely making the play.
So at this point, if Flight is over there on Saber South, it's gonna leave DD feeling a little behind if he is able to full clear all this.
Oh, you think? Yeah, he will definitely be feeling a little behind.
But I can absolutely respect the play. It makes sense. You've got a bracelet, battle magics and logic. You're gonna sword charge glitch. You're gonna be fine. Everything's great.
Well, especially if he decides that he's gonna go and fight a lot of these bosses with just the balls instead of waiting for bracelets.
He got it, but he menued.
Have the glitch on it, I don't believe.
No, he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he did.
That's fine. He's getting some good patterns here. Nice short, not dash patterns. As I say that, and it gets nothing but dashes.
So PMAkfal discovering that Oak has nothing for him.
Getting a consumable. What you getting? Antidote. Always feels good to beat a boss and have to be forced to pick up an antidote. You know what would be great? Is if you could actually have mimics in boss chests. That'd be phenomenal.
You used to be able to. However, yeah, that was a little busted. So boss triggers are set when the chest is picked up. That's when the flag is set that the boss has been defeated. And if you kill a mimic, the mimic's still set to come back. So the boss trigger never actually gets clear. So yeah, everything Dragondarch is doing at this point is considered out of logic because he did not have the correct bracelet for Kelbask, which means that this was not the correct play. And the correct play is going to turn out to be Saber South with the tornado bracelet.
Now this makes me think, what if he gets the Thunder bracelet
It
from
could
Saber
be.
South?
Yeah, and that could be putting him in logic, but we aren't going to know that yet.
And PMAkfal is going to go check Crystalis cave, so...
Yep. Can't blame him for it. It's something that needed to be done. So what's the first item in Sabera 2's area? Storm bracelets. So that tells you were expected to come in the back side.
Which means Flight is at...
Well, not necessarily.
It's
Flight
either
could
at
still be
Meta
other
1.
places.
It could be at Meta 1. He's weak to tornado. He's weak to wind. Or the tornado bracelet gets it. Either way, the tornado bracelet leads to it.
There's still a chance that the shell flute and whatever statue, if it's ivory, for example, is going to be on Mado, and that you were going to get Flight out on Evil Spirit Island. So we don't know yet. We're not 100% certain. There's still options available that would put Flight somewhere other than Saber South. Now, the likelihood is that Mado or Tornell on Saber South are going to be holding on to the Flight spell just because of what we know at this point. And Dragondarch should have realized immediately once he, grabbed that Storm Bracelet that none of the bosses from this point on are going to be weak to Thunder, for starters. And secondly, that he was going to be expected to come in the backside. There's no... Because otherwise, because Kelbesk was weak to Thunder, you have no other possible recourse than that. Forgetting he had the paralysis spell on and trying to shield with the paralysis shot didn't quite work for him. And Kfal is going to head up Saber South to find out what it is that we're holding on to here. And down goes Sabera. There's a broken statue, so that's half of the warrior ring puzzle that he probably doesn't care about. And look at this, quickly switching over to the hazmat suit so he doesn't have to take the extra damage from the spikes. I love the play. Battle armor, not a bad item, not a bad item. A little stronger on the defense than the Psycho armor and gives the poison immunity, but many runners will opt to use the Psycho armor simply so that they get the free healing, when they stop for a moment or two.
It's worth noting the opal statue that Dragondarch skipped earlier, Kfal actually just popped while he was heading up here.
On a red slime, of all things. Dragondarch trying to figure out which sword he wants to use for the Hellway here.
It was glowing lamp.
Oh, so it's Mado 1 that's holding on to the progression because the broken statue is in Sabera's area. So that means Mado 1.
Mado 1 has Flight.
That bat coming in and just letting Dragondarch know, hey, this is my turf, sir. So yeah, so Mado 1 is not only going to be weak to wind, but Mado... No, he actually couldn't Axeman because the Onyx statue was in Sabera's area, and we haven't seen the Ivory statue yet. So Mado 1's going to be holding on to Flight here. And that's another Mimic, as Gozen pointed out.
Actually, it could be change.
It could actually be change, and you're right.
Because we don't know what Aurelius wants, and Aurelius could want Love Pendant.
That's correct. Small chance, but possible still. Down
it's possible,
goes
if that's
1.
the case, that Dragondarch bypasses. Nope, it's Flight!
There it is. Okay, so, as expected, I mean, the way that the seed developed here, going in the front door, we knew was going to be wrong no matter what, because the Thunder Bracelet was behind Kelbesk, so you were expected to 100% come in from the backside.
And there's our Shell Flute. So...
Well, after talking about it for 42 minutes, there it is.
I just had a very interesting thought.
And that shadow. Dragondarch realizing, nope, it is absolutely not going to be this way. And he's going to go ahead. Kfal is going to go clean up the Oasis Cave on his way into the backside of Goa. He's going to be rewarded with a consumable. And now Kfal into all new territory here as he finds the key to prison. So, okay, he's going to go ahead and make the check. It's a quick and easy check here. He's already killed Kelbesk, so all he's got to do is fly up there and grab the paralysis item. I'm sorry for you, Kfal. That's not what you were hoping for. But he's going to make his way into Evil Spirit Island.
It's also worth noting that Dragondarch did find the flame bracelet as well inside Goa. It's possible, and this is extremely unlikely, that he could have to enter through the back with flight, get something in Carmine's area, not be able to kill Mado, and have to go back through the front.
No, it's not, because Kelbesk is Thunder Weak.
Oh no, you're right, he's Thunder Weak.
So yeah, it's going to be wind. Wind, or if the water bracelet is, say, here in Evil Spirit Island, it's going to be wind or water. Guaranteed. Because both the fire and the thunder bracelets were behind Mado too, so it's not possible.
Did he just sword charge glitch?
He sword charge glitched over to water. However, you know, as we know, it's wind. Nope, there you go, DD. Finish him off.
Change spell. First item in Evil Spirit Island.
Very good. Good find.
I mean, it only opens up, you know, a ton of checks.
Right. Mado stopping casually next to Dragondarch and letting him know that he can stab him real quick, finishing it off, getting his flight spell, and an audible groan heard around the world. Because he could have gotten that a long time ago.
Do you think he's gonna go for Pyramid?
Oh, absolutely. I would expect him to go straight for it.
Oh, look at that beautiful Mimic. We're at 7.
But, you know, as usual, he proves me wrong. I'd like to say I'm surprised that he would do something like that, but, you know, this is Dragondarch we're talking about here. He's just, you know, very unpredictable in how he routes sometimes.
And we're at 8 Mimics.
Very nice. All right, so Dragondarch is going to go into Carmine's area. Since at this point he knows he has probably everything he needs to kill both Carmine and Mado. Certainly Carmine. But because Carmine only logically requires a ball. So he definitely has everything he needs for that. And he has a 75% chance without sword charge glitch of having everything he needed for Mado. Well, actually, I take that back. It's a 50% chance because, as I mentioned before, there's the love pendant. So yeah,
There's our ivory statue.
Yeah, both of those bracelets were behind, so Mado's weak to either water. Mado 2 is weak to either water or wind. More than likely, it's wind, but, you know, if somebody finds the blizzard bracelet here, we'll know for sure.
Well, you got it. There's the wind.
Yep. I could have guessed as much.
I mean, you did.
And down goes Carmine. And we got 2 free checks here. Kfal taking out the vampire, gets a consumable. Same with Dragondarch. It's the race to throw away an item as quickly as possible. Kfal rewarded with a mana restoring item, and Dragondarch an HP restoring item. Can I get a womp womp in chat?
There's an insect flute. How about them apples?
Yeah, probably useless, but we'll never know.
There's our fog lamp.
Yep. Finding all the turn-in items now. And
Yes.
there's a flute of lime, so he can get that hint for the item he already knew was there. And another consumable. So he's going to take down Mado 2 here shortly. And,
It is
look
water.
at this.
It is water.
Now, here's the interesting thing about this. So since it was water, that means that that Mado is like 99% going to be weak to wind. Because they didn't really have anything else prior to coming into this area. So there's an extremely high chance that Mado's going to be weak to wind. Now, I mean, like, extremely high. There are a couple of spots that opened up after going into Carmine's area that could potentially hold the Blizzard Bracelet. But yeah, all things considered, it's going to be...
Yep.
Yep. But getting absolutely bodied trying to figure it out. So that put almost everything wind weak.
Yep. We're almost there.
I think Sabero 1 and Kelbesk 2 were the only ones that were not wind weak. Alright, so Kfal has made his way through Sahara, and he's on his way into the pyramid now with Dragondarch following not far behind. K1 was fire, that is correct. Because they used level 2 charge shots on him, as I recall. So both Kelbesks and Sabera 1 were all not wind.
An eyeglass is our first item here inside the pyramid, so something we can use the alarm flute on.
Which we have not found yet. Unless somebody got it and I didn't see it. I know we have the flute of lime, but I don't think we've seen the alarm flute. Oh, Kfal did find it.
Yeah, Kfal has it.
Okay, where did he find that at?
ESI.
Ah! Oh, the alarm flute was in the waterway.
Oh, no, that's right. It was the waterway. It was on the way to ESI.
That's a consumable, once again.
Take this bow of truth. It's just a consumable. No, you have the bows. Check the crypt. Oh.
So,
right here, make the play.
Here's the deal. If I were Dragondarch, I would have probably gone to Evil Spirit Island first. That way I could have come here, and if I hadn't found the bow at that point, I could have made the Hail Mary straight into the crypt.
I really hope DD makes the play.
Speed boots! Oh, ho, ho. A great find there for Kfal.
He's not making the play. I'm so sad.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect him to go to Evil Spirit Island first. It was the Portoa waterway, not the...
Yeah, it's right here. He's gonna find it right here.
Okay. I was thinking the waterway in Evil Spirit Island itself with the 2 chests, where the Mimic was.
No, not that section.
Got it. Hey, what do you know? Alarm flute. Hey!
We've come full circle. The explanation and the viewing. We're good.
Dragondarch, finding his alarm flute, making everything better. And look at that. He's gonna quickly set his checkpoint there and head straight off. Kfal, meanwhile, heading in the front side of Goa here. Gonna find out that our old boy Kelbesk is weak to thunder. Yeah, Dragondarch has a pretty sizable lead as far as bosses are concerned at this point. So, I mean, unless the Bow of Truth is buried somewhere real deep, this is kind of his race to lose at this point.
that being said, it's still possible that it could be quote unquote deep because they both abandoned the crypt.
Right. But, you know, as I mentioned, Dragondarch here has all of Go already cleared. Kfal, even though he's got the speed boots, is going to have a fair number of things he's going to be checking because he has to full clear this whole place. So, you know, he's a fair amount behind. He's probably a good 4 minutes behind at this point, I would say. 3 to 4 minutes behind. Even though speed boots are going to pick up some stuff for him. Still considerably behind. I mean, just look at the key item checks. He's 6 behind.
Absolutely. I don't know if you caught it there, but trying to get around the flail guy there, he took 3 hits and he had to actually stop and switch to healing for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys are nasty. Kfal taking a whip to the back of the head.
Does get his flame bracelet though, so he is catching up there. He's about to get his storm bracelet.
So Dragondarch's gonna use the Sword of Water here. He's gonna do the Sword Charge glitch in hopes that, you know, Sabera, who is weak to water, is actually weak to water. With the Galaxy Brain play.
Here's hoping he still has flight on. He does.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't really matter that much.
Hey, man. It's a couple seconds waiting for that platform to come across. Just saying.
I would have been more scared of the butterflies. Alright, so Dragondarch making his way to his final boss here at Sabera 1. Just needs to find that Bow of Truth. Now, as far as locations are concerned right now that they have access to, we have the Bow of Sunspot at the top of the mountain. We have the 3 chests on the right side of Stixie. We have the 2 chests in the crypt. We also have a number of turn-in items that are just scattered around the world that they can do as well. That includes Dio, potentially Kensu in Swan, potentially Arillis in the Amazonas. So there's a lot of spots still available. It's not like, you know, there's a surefire, you know, direction to head. And there's an insect flute for an extra boss to kill.
I find it odd that when Dragondarch completed the tower and dropped down that he went out first rather than going up and getting the item in here.
He did that so that he would have a checkpoint set in case he wanted to reset after getting this item.
Makes sense. Okay.
Because, as I recall, this was a consumable.
Well, I guess it's better than an unwanted key item at this point. But number serves it's actually an opal statue.
And there is a Wild Warp. Did he orphan the Clark item?
No, he got that first. He literally went all the way down to the Clark item and then went back in. That's why I was confused.
Yeah. So he's gonna use the the key to prison and probably the flute of lime.
He doesn't want that recoverable. We don't want that recover spell. And nope, we're not even getting the flute check.
Nope.
He wants the faster ones.
Gonna check. I mean, gonna make the eyeglasses check here for the speed boots.
I was to say he made the good choice. So he'll be very happy to see those.
Yeah, he doesn't know he's making the good choice. You know, and I'm sure he would have liked to have found those at 5 minutes in instead of 58 minutes in. Ooh, I think we're gonna see a Stixie and Bow of Sun check. Nope, we're gonna see a Brokahana check.
Always Brokahana first. Consumable, get out of here.
Boo.
He's checking Swan.
I don't blame him. Why not? How many times has Kensu screwed him? Just saying.
If we're gonna be honest, at
Plenty.
least 3 that I can remember from the tournament. At least 3.
Right.
Two
That's
of
what
them
I'm
were right
saying.
here, by the way. 2 of them were this exact check.
Yeah. So I don't blame him for doing this. He wants a
Did you
statue.
find statue in the underground river?
It's the ivory statue. And that's
Iron
an iron
necklace.
necklace.
Gonna reset out of that. Hey, good news. Kensu didn't screw him this time.
Checking the rabbit.
The rabbit has a sense of humor today, and I approve.
Just stick your foot in my back, sir. Let's go for a ride.
Oh, he's doing it! He's doing it!
He's making the Hail Mary. Here it goes.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy this is happening.
It's beautiful. So yeah, I don't blame him at all for having made the checks like this. Like I said, I would have gone to Sabera, cleared out Sabera, and then done this, so you could have done it all in one fell swoop. And if you completed the Hail Mary, boom, you're there. Saved a lot of running around.
I really hope the first item is the Mimic. That's all I want right now.
I mean, sure.
Yo, man, we're at 8, all right? We are close.
We're not that close, considering we're an hour in. Well,
Shield.
running out of spots here. Only got one more.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we almost miscounted. So I'm remembering the locations we have left. I feel like we miscounted, maybe.
Well, we got 3 spots in Stixie. We got 1 at the top of the mountain.
Oh, no, you're right. There's enough
also-
freestanding chests.
Yeah.
The real question is, does it matter? Dragondarch says, yes, it matters.
Could be the Night Dew spot. Giant insect.
Could be.
I'm sorry. One of the Night Dew spots.
It's
One
his
of
pet.
the 5, I think, that we have.
I don't know if we actually have 5.
I think it's 5.
Brilliant lamp.
Well, there's a fog lamp. Let's turn that in. And she had garbage.
Consumable. We'll never know.
Yeah, Dragondarch, being at an hour in, do you go for the Bow of Sun or do you go density?
Well, I mean, you can hit the 3 first and come out and then go up. It's a little faster than teleporting back down and running out. At this point,
It's a little
it's going to come down to basically who gets the check first, because Kfal's done with his bosses. He's done with Goa.
Yeah, we'll see if anybody opts to go quickly for the giant insect or not, because that's one nobody's gone to yet.
All right, right side.
Making the
mimics.
density play, can't blame him for this.
3 mimics.
That'd be beautiful.
I would honestly have to be off comms. I'd be out of oxygen.
Well,
We're what? We're just dying. Yes! Yes!
oh my god. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
I'm done.
And
I'm
Dragondarch
so
is-
happy. Somebody please get a clip of that. I need that in my life.
Oh
Shout
my
outs
God.
to Flight Locked Mimic side. Oh man.
That's incredible.
That was the
Oh, look
best.
at
And
this.
Dragondarch is going for the insect. He's like, no, I don't want to lose
Kfal
chest.
is
Guaranteed.
Kfal's right behind him. Look at this. He is right behind him. We could see a double truth and a race to the finish right here.
Oh, this is so good. I like the use of the Blizzard bracelet here.
I mean, it's not terrible. but
No, it's the only time we're going to see it because he's the only one that's got it.
There it is! Oh my god, this is a race. This is gonna come down to Dragon and the tower.
We're not getting Mimic percent. I'm sad about it. It's fine. I know where it is. It's on
It's at the top
Hydra.
of the mountain. Yeah, it was at the most sunspot.
Yup,
This
it's
is
the most
amazing.
This
Alright,
insect, though. Okay, here it comes. Bow of
So
truth.
PMAkfal is gonna be, let's see here. Dragondarch is gonna enter the desert at 4:01. So let's see how far behind PMAkfal is here. This is a race.
I'm saying 33 seconds.
Well, as long as PMAkfal is gonna hit the end and do some of these other things, yes.
Yep. He's going to definitely hit the end. His items are fine.
Oh, you know what? He's actually further behind than that because Dragondarch's already done the statues. So he's probably about a minute behind at this point. Probably about a minute behind. We'll have to check it at the entrance of Dragon because that's really where the equal spot's gonna be.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is, I mean, a minute in Crystalis is a year, you know, with how fast this game moves. But if Dragon gives him a terrible pattern, or the robots and helicopters in the tower give him issues, here's the thing: they're at level 11 with 45 scaling. This means monster amounts of HP and defense from everything from this point on. Expect shenanigans. So we have a entrance at 5:05:15 for the sake of argument. Dragondarch gets an early short lasers here.
That's nice. That's
Immediately gonna
clean. He's
unload
holding. He's holding the second shot, though.
Yep,
He gets
there
the
it
second
is.
quick one.
Yep, that's a perfect pattern. It's not going to
That's
get
what
much
you
better
want.
than that.
It's what you
Ooh,
want, but it's
but-
not going to be enough. He needed that extra chip. He gets a third one?
It's a third short lasers. Man.
What is this RNG?
So Dragon
105
really likes Dragon. All right, so PMAkfal is going to be
105.55.
about 50 seconds behind. It was 105:15, right? That'd be 40 seconds behind.
I didn't get the entrance time. I know the tower entrance time was 105.55.
Okay, so there it is, 105:55. PMAkfal getting the long lasers here. We know 2 is not enough to kill, but PMAkfal got a level.
Yup.
So
Yep, he's got one extra scaling too, but he gets it. It was just enough. He did a second charge. He let go a second charge in the first frame. Okay,
perfect.
so
Okay, so
105.55. He's gonna be less than a minute behind.
he is absolutely less than a minute behind. He is actually
106.37.
106:37. That puts him only 38 seconds behind.
That's insane. That's insane.
This
And
is
he even had a rough
great.
pattern.
Yeah,
He had to
didn't-
wait a moment. This is all gonna come down to if anyone makes a mistake here.
Yeah, this one's gonna be tight.
Look back and forth on floor execution. This is gonna come down to who's using good charges, making sure everyone's using the power ring, getting those stabs in. Dragondarch's making sure that he can get those stabs in, keeping those robots there, using barrier to just help create extra lag so he can keep the robots in there, block the shots, get his hits.
So PMAkfal here is using the thunderstorm, and he's using it pretty inefficiently too. He's not stopping to clear the screen, when he's fired off extra shots, and he's just basically creating some additional lag, and it's allowing Dragondarch to gain a bit more of a lead. Not to mention this helicopter is giving him the business.
Absolutely. So right now, PMAkfal's on the second floor. Dragondarch is on the third floor. They both just entered the floors. So it's going to come down to who executes faster. PMAkfal's 2 robots down. Dragondarch 2 robots down. He's got to get to the third robot here. They're both getting their charges up.
And with Dragondarch using the flame bracelet, he's getting a lot less lag than PMAkfal is. So, the game actually intentionally slows the clock during the thunderstorm. It's not actually lag. The game actually intentionally slows the game down during the thunderstorm. So it's a very different set of circumstances when using it. Makes flame bracelet considerably faster.
Absolutely. And speaking of that bracelet, he's turning in those swords. He's forging the Crystalis. So he's going to be going up that final staircase and heading to the Dynafight.
Yep, here he goes, heading up into the room now. PMAkfal getting up onto the 3rd floor right now. He's little over a full floor behind at this point. And Dragondarch is going to take this race. He's going to have to try to die at this point.
I like that he's looking away.
Right.
Just breaking the 4th wall, staring at you guys going, hey, you like this race? I'm right here.
Down goes Dyna. Dragondarch finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 11 seconds. GG. PMAkfal is going to come in probably about a minute and a half behind him here, if I have to guess. This was an insane race. I can't even believe how close this was here at the end. This is pretty incredible. And speaking of our winner...
So, could there have been any less crap from all those checks I made?
How about that Stixie,
Every check was turning up nothing.
Dude.
I have to say, we are proud of you because we know that you immediately, when you went back to Goa, went over to Swan and said, not this time, not today, Gensu, you're not screwing me over.
Dude, the 3 mimics on the right side of Stixie had Gozen falling out of his chair.
I did fall out of my chair. I had to prop it back up. It was the best.
Like, the moment I saw Storm Bracelet right after Kelbest, I knew where Flight had to be. It was either... the only 2 checks I hadn't made before going into Goa were Tornel at the top of Saber South and Mado. I knew it had to be one of those 2.
Yep.
Because Kelbest just happened to be Thunderweed. And I'm like, okay, Storm Bracelet from the back, that means the game was intending for me to come from the back. Flight had to be somewhere else. So I knew right that moment that Flight was going to be elsewhere. But I figured if I could at least get through as much of Goa Fortress as I could save myself the backtrack from the backside. And then the Hellway happened.
Yep, and then you just said, all right, well, that's as good a time as any to leave. PMAkfal, GG to you, sir. Great race. What a finish here. Here's the best part about this, okay? So you guys went to Oak, and PMAkfal would have warped to Oak about a second and a half different from Dragondarch, but he decided to meme on Arillis and switch over to Paralysis and paralyze her and stab at her and then warp away.
Yeah,
so that actually started the slide that separated the 2 of you, but you both went there at the exact same time.
Well, I thought I was playing behind for a long time. That's why I did it. I was like, there's just no way.
Well, you were playing from behind for a good while, but then it got to the point where, it was like, okay, we got to start making all these random little mini checks because there wasn't a whole lot left. And Dragondarch found every piece of garbage that the seed had to offer.
No. That was not garbage. That was Mimic Gold because the right side of Stixie. I kid you not, PMAkfal. Not one.
I forgot about it again.
Not 2.
Oh my god.
But 3 mimics.
There were 3 mimics on the right side of Stixie. And guess what? The 12th mimic was at the Bow of Sunspot. It was the only chest that hadn't been checked between the 2 of you.
It's one of 2. Because neither of them also checked Vanilla Tornado Bracelet.
Did you check the crypt?
Oh, that's right. That's right. And yes, he did check the crypt. He checked the crypt after he'd made a few other checks. He was like, all right, well, forget it. I'm just going to check it here now. I may as well.
Well, I was doing all the one-off, the really quick one-off checks first. Forgot that I didn't do I just looked over. I'm like, okay, that's all. We'll just go crypt next. And I look back as I'm entering the crypt. Oh, right. I didn't check Arillis. So I did her next. And then it's like, Dixie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, about that.
Well, I knew I knew I wasn't. I knew I was playing from behind for a while when I forgot which was teleport skip and which was rabbit skip, and I was like, so I just went back and talked to the rabbit because I wasn't sure. So,
well,
and that
listen, Yeah, you know, when you started the Swiss rounds of the tournament, it wasn't looking great for you. And part of that was due to the fact that you were involved in some other things and didn't have as much time to practice as some of the other runners did. And it kind of showed during the Swiss rounds. But when you buckled back down and got back to the form that you were pre-tournament, you made an impressive run here as the bracket stage went on. And, you know, you got about as close as, you know, you could ask for, considering what your starting position was.
I've got no problem losing to Dragondarch. I mean, no problem at all. So for him knocking me out, that's fine with me. GG's to you.
Yeah. And he
felt like he was playing from behind. I thought I was playing from behind because it was always last possible check.
Yeah.
Every single place I checked, nothing.
Well, you know, I almost went to the insect earlier too. I was like, you know what, Nightdew wants me to do this, but I didn't. And if I would have gone earlier, things would have gone different. But you know, I decided to shoot everybody with paralysis.
It's pretty good because at the beginning of this, when it was a sword of fire and a ball of fire, people in chat were going, "Oh, it's gonna be a jet seed. This one's gonna be over quick." Yeah,
no.
right.
No, that was well. We got 3 swords early. We got all swords early. I think we had all of them pretty early.
Yeah, we did.
The swords came early, and in fact, it felt like the game was setting up for an early Goa simply because it was loading you guys up with combat options. When combat options aren't, you know, that's all that balls and bracelets are, because RO doesn't require them for progression. They're just combat upgrades.
Oh yeah, it was making it look like it was going to be Goa, and it's like, no, the actual way to do it is to go trigger the massacre, then go fight Mado 1. That's your actual way to go.
Yeah.
And normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I would go through Goa first and then go back, and I'm glad I went back because it helped a lot.
I didn't go back and just plowed through and plowed through as best I could.
So you
I got dropped and knocked off the pixel I needed to be on to do Kelbas to do Kelbas 2 skip.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had the right sword on, but was expecting it to not work, so I just instinctively hit select to change swords, and broke my sword charge glitch because of it.
Oh yeah, that's what happened there.
Yeah, like I was fully because I thought about it going in. It's like, well, if this is where it's intending for me to go, then he's got to be wind. I just went thunder because I had to break the wall open anyway. Might as well. And then the first shot it actually hit him, and I just instinctively was like, nope, that missed. Select. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that happens. So, having said all that, you have earned the privilege of facing me again, sir.
Good. I got to give you the thrashing you deserved in the first match.
Oh, the fire! It's so good.
Hey, you know what? If anybody can talk trash, it's that man there. He can talk as much as he wants to me.
That's,
get it back.
And that's why, you know, and it's been awesome running with all you guys. You guys are incredible runners, so just being a part of it has been fun, and I've got a lot further than I expected to get. Game 3 against Dragondarch, I never thought I would ever be racing against him in a game 3. So it's been a blast. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, congratulations, man. You did great.
But I'm free.
You are. You don't have to sit here and practice anymore.
No, I am free. And I'm going to hop right back in on comms. So
good.
I cannot wait.
Because I can't comm matches I'm in. Well, I mean, I can. But...
What we could do, Matt, is just commentate our own match and just shit talk each other the whole time.
Dude, we did. Remember when we were doing that for like Fan Game Marathon and some other things where we're doing randomizer races against each other and literally just like bold-faced lying back and forth about what we're finding as we're going. So we've been there and we've done that. It wouldn't be the first time.
Fan Game Marathon was great because that was when my NES decided it just didn't like life, and the graphics started corrupting. And I said, my NES is screwing up. My graphics are corrupting, and you didn't believe me until who was it? That was on.
It was Cake.
Yeah, Cake Sauce meant he's not lying. That's actually happening.
I was like, what? And by the time it was over, when that Zelda race was over, I get into the Fan Game Marathon channel to look at it, and your side of the screen is just a sea of this like sickly green and black, because that level 9 had this like awful olive green palette. It was terrible. It was hilarious, and you couldn't see water. Your water was completely like blended in with everything else. You had no way of knowing what it was. It was hilarious. I remember Cake sitting there at one point and going, I don't even know how you're playing this at all, because I can't see anything. Either way, now that means I have to start playing again. I have been slacking off and not playing for a while, so now I got to start practicing again.
Good.
To get
We're
ready.
scheduling a match for it right now.
Oh, sure. All right. Let's do it.
Right now. Okay.
The joke's on you. They need 24 hours.
What's that? You're saying we can do it now? Perfect.
Yeah, it goes in. You're here. I'll hop in. I'll switch spots with Matrick. Let's go.
I mean, we get approval from Speed Gaming.
No, I'm not doing it now. I have things to do. I have rats to kill, okay? It's double XP weekend.
Please.
I don't want to hear that.
Please, that's not necessary.
It so is, though.
Well, how about this then, Matt? Monday night doubleheader?
Ooh.
I might be talked into that.
Ooh.
Sorry,
You heard it here.
Start at 6 your time?
I think I can make that happen.
Well
Okay.
then.
I'm down. I'll do it. So Monday night, 6, and call it 7.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or for those of you on the better coast, 9 and 10:30.
Ooh. Shots fired. Love it. Thanks, DD, for calling my coast better. That being said, guys, you want to see this next match? Monday, be here. It's gonna be awesome.
The grudge match.
I can hear the monster truck rally guys screaming at Monday, Monday, Monday.
We got a wrestling commentator out there somewhere screaming about it.
Well, it has been fun. Now I'm gonna go start playing get Steve doing some experimental flags, and I can start breaking some more seeds.
I love it. All right. Well, thanks again. Yeah.
Yes.
Steve loves it and hates it when you break the seeds.
I love breaking the seeds in the experimental build. It's so much fun.
You and Zachy.
All
All right. So, thanks again, everybody.
Yeah,
Go
thank
ahead,
you
K-Pal.
guys. Thank you guys. Thanks DD. Thanks everybody, Speed Gaming, everybody for the tournament. This randomizer has exploded into what a lot more than a year ago.
Yeah.
Did we think this was going to happen?
Right.
So-
I mean, you got to remember we're like a year and 3 months into the project, and this randomizer is miles beyond what some other ones have been in the same.
I remember you and Steve in my Twitch chat when there was like messed up sprites flying through the swamp, cracking up at me, bouncing me around because I had no clue what I was doing, hoping I could get a sub 3 hour seed.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you learned what you were doing?
Right now, okay. Pretending to learn what I was doing.
There you go. Good man.
No one ever really knows what they're doing in a randomizer.
Now, you're guessing, you're hoping and praying.
It's gambling, but it's gambling, the best kind of gambling. You don't lose any money. I love it.
Yeah, this is true.
All right. Yep. Thanks, guys. It's been fun.
Great tournament races, KFAL. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Glad to
Thank
have you on board.
Absolutely.
All right.
Can't wait to get in the commentary booth.
Goes and take us out.
If you guys like what you saw here, please give our runners a follow, Dragondarch, SDA, and PMAkfal. If for whatever reason you enjoyed my commentary, you can also give me a follow, and especially give a follow to that Matrick guy, because his commentary is on point, as he loves this stuff. On that note, thank you again, Speed Gaming, for allowing our tournament to be on your amazing network, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Have a wonderful night, guys. Take care.
Jeff Peters.